Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cheers.
You know who you just reminded me of right there?
Yeah.
You gave me a Stevie Wonder vibe, the way you just like.
Oh, I was going for Ray Charles.
That works.
Is that the same thing? Yeah.
Same thing, right?
Yes, sir. Damn, these headphones
Light
are
and
fucking...
black.
Not the same thing.
Like my coffee. Thanks for the coffee, by the way.
Yeah, hell
Good
yeah,
segue.
dude. Good morning,
I won't
dude.
say
Good
that
morning,
to
bro.
you. Yeah.
Well, welcome
morning,
back
everybody.
to the FWABOOM podcast. Shout out.
Episode 12.
Episode 12.
12, yeah.
Damn,
yeah.
bro, I need to fucking write this shit down.
No, we are behind. You know, we are catching up. Stuff, you know. Are we?
Yeah. No, I have no idea,
So that's
bro.
why I'm confused too.
Yeah, man. I just kind of, I'm just kind of going on this journey, bro. You know, I'm just kind of excited to be here.
Yeah, it's a journey.
I'm just excited to be here. Hey, yo, pass them smelling salts, bro. That's that shit right there.
That's
that shit right
I've been
there.
hitting this shit so much at work, like in the morning
yo.
when I'm going to work.
Hey, yo. Holy shit. Need some water. Got that
Gotta
dog.
lift something.
That's some,
Start lifting shit,
got
bro.
some fucking dog in me right here. Let me get that. Yo, shout out to All Biz Sealed Oni. Got this
All
shit on.
Biz.
All Biz, dog.
All biz sealed
Let me
only.
get that shit.
Stand on business.
Ooh, look at that. Oh, we need to throw
Alright,
some
chill
water.
out,
We need to throw some water in here. Yeah, activate this. How many times have you activated it though?
I have it ever since.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw some water in here. Yeah, you gotta
I'm
activate
nervous.
that bitch.
Do that later. I got a headache already, but
Oh,
I've been
God?
I've been hitting it. That's like so much today already. This morning.
Oh God,
A little bit. That night with Karen. Oh my God, we were in the editing room.
dude, let me tell you about that shit. She was fucked up. She told me she was like super high. She was super high. You
Drunk.
were you
I was
drunk?
high.
Yeah. There was just that was a lot. And then we
I don't
just
like the word high, but yeah. Sorry.
oh
go
okay,
on.
you're lit, blazed.
Yeah.
I was lit. I was blazed. No, and then we just kept passing those smelling salts like it was. Yeah, dude, I was actually.
I
That's
lost
something
it.
I can get behind. You know
I think
what I'm
there's like a literal hole in my like brain right now, and it's not even from like any other drug. It's from the smelling salts.
yeah, that was a crazy one, bro.
But yeah, man.
Yo, shout out to Karen. Shout out to the last episode. That was
Hell yeah, that was hella fun,
sick.
dude. I saw that you put the book up there.
Oh hell yeah, bro.
After, man, I was like looking back, like I wish I killed that flow, but
Yeah, we could have.
I wish.
We definitely have some opportunities right now. No,
Yeah.
yeah. No, man, that's it's always a good time, man. I definitely think you know. Hey, no, hey, just. Oh yeah. There's no. Damn it.
Sorry,
Sean, can you go behind the curtain? Maybe there's a towel in the back of it. No worries, dude. Dude, that's okay, bro.
That's part of the journey.
Yeah, it's part of the journey, bro. Yeah, man, I really like the North Face, bro. Wish I brought my puffer, dude. We would have had a boom bap episode.
I knew it was gonna be cold today.
Some
you know?
New York
Thank
shit,
you.
you know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be raining this week, or this.
It started raining, so.
On God, bro. On God.
Yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for putting me on JMSN, dude. That shit is.
It's
I've
fun.
been
He's
listening.
good.
I've been listening to that shit
He's
all week.
amazing.
Yeah,
Dude,
bro.
I wish we could play some music right now without getting like copyright.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
Shout out to that it's that '90s feeling,
Yup.
that nostalgic type shit.
For those that are interested, JMSN, literally just the letters. Smooth R&B. He's got some jazzy reggaeton songs too as well. Some there. He's very experimental. I think he's from Detroit too. Shout out
On
Detroit.
God?
Yeah.
No, shout out to Big Sean. I
They,
know that guy.
shout out Eminem. They got some
Yeah,
cool white
that
boys
is-
over there, you know.
Yeah, Big Sean's
know.
black, but yeah, for sure. For sure,
He raps like a white boy though.
yeah.
know.
You fucking.
Are you a fan of Big Sean?
You know what, man? I used to. You know, like I used to
Used
like the.
to?
Yeah, I used to like the.
Bitch, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of hits. I don't really like.
I don't know, man. Every time I hear that song, it gives me a headache. Trying to sing it, like
No,
fuck
God.
with you. It just hits me right
Yeah,
here.
it's the same thing. Like there's some artists that you just don't listen to. If they're not on a feature, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm never
right.
gonna buy like a Jeremiah album, you know. Like I'm never gonna buy.
True.
Yeah. Just like some artists are just hits. That's it.
Right.
And they know that. They know
Hits
that,
and
bro.
features.
Yeah.
You know, and they should capitalize on the features, bro. Like, stay
Yeah.
relevant while you still can. You know.
Absolutely. What's wrong with that, dude?
Yeah,
Because you get
dude.
your money, bro.
Hell yeah! Stop trying to be something bigger than you are. The world is always bigger than you
Yeah.
are. You know.
That's true, bro.
But
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a crazy world, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay, bro. I think you're gonna be. It's gonna be fun.
Dude, I don't know. It's making me nervous.
Yeah, dude. I was thinking about the last episode, and man, I mean, just kind of we don't really text or talk throughout the weekend, so we don't really get to, discuss how we felt about the podcast. So we kind of just like air it out on this podcast. But I really appreciated how she gave us gifts, and she was like really caring.
She was really caring.
It was really caring, bro. They're really caring.
Very caring.
And I learned so much about her, man. I mean,
right.
Yeah, it's just amazing to.
I didn't know she like lived in the Philippines too.
Yeah,
all
man.
that.
I didn't know that her story, started with a guitar and just kind of like being out there.
She was like, I don't. This is not my dream. Dude,
Oh, yeah,
that
dude,
still
that
sticks
was
with me.
that was real as fuck, though.
Man, imagine being able to say that.
Setting boundaries.
If you could like say something to you, like as a kid, like if you could go back in time and like if you could remember one pivotal moment, and you like split the time, and you just like traveled there and you're just like, hey, what would you say to that kid?
Yeah, man, I think about that a lot too, man. I think, my family has always been about like, strength and you can't cry. Boys don't cry. You got to be strong. But if I can go back in time, I think it'd be just like one moment like in Thanksgiving. I think I was at like my auntie Carmen's house or something like that, and it was like a sentimental moment. It was like seeing the family. You haven't seen them in a while, and then like I got all teary eyed, and then my dad was just trying to brush it off like. Hey. June, why are you crying? June, why are you crying?
You
and I was
pussy
like,
bitch.
yeah. And then like my family was just like, my uncles were like making fun of me, and I was just like, I'm like starting to tap into my emotions type of stuff. But I don't know what year it was, but I remember it was a Thanksgiving where I got teary eyed because it was amazing seeing my family, like just being together. Yeah. And my auntie put like tables in her living room, and it's just one of those things where you kind of go above and beyond, and not seeing family for a while. And long story short, I would go back in time and be like, yo, like. Men, like you're gonna be crying.
Don't bottle that shit up.
Yeah, man, don't be
Little
like that.
Boy.
Don't be like that. Don't like you don't have to be strong all the time.
Yeah, you a bitch if you don't cry.
Absolutely, you're a bitch. Yeah, bitch ass Rommel. No, I think it's important, bro. I think it's important to go back. But like, would you? How about you? Like, would you go back in time?
I remember specifically a time. It was like I was at my cousin's house, surrounded by my older cousins. They're like 10 to 20 years older, and I'm like maybe 7 or some shit. And then they were talking about like dogs and cats, and I mentioned something like, "Oh, I think I like a cat more than a dog." And then they started making fun of me.
Hey,
right, saying, you a pussy.
Hey,
like, what the fuck, It was just that weird like bullying back then.
Yeah.
And I remember I ran into the closet and cried. The only reason why I remember this was because like recently my niece was talking about like, "Oh yeah, I remember like," she was talking to her mom. Yeah. My sister, and then she was like, "Yeah, I remember you guys made my uncle JD cry like a lot like back then." And I remember he ran into the closet, and I was like, "Damn, that hella like brought me back," because I hella forgot about it. And I was like, "Damn, they remember. She remembers." But I would tell them, "It's okay, like cats.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with liking cats. No, like look at the world now, bro. Like the world runs on cat videos."
Yeah, that was a big thing for. There was a documentary about the cat video.
The murder.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with cats.
Don't fuck with cats. That was a great documentary as well.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
No, I think it's.
I like cats. I don't have a cat.
Oh man, I was about to go because the oh man. Anyways, but yeah, no, it's actually really exciting to I don't know, like to really think about. There's certain people that are like reaching out to us on on social media that like don't read our stuff but like see that we have a project going on. I don't know if I'll probably tell you offline, but they're older and they just recently discovered our stuff, and the clips that we have or the things that we talk about, it's I don't want to say it's revolutionary, but it's actually like really eye-opening for people, at least for them, for them, because they're older than us, but and they yeah, man. I mean, just like talking about like mental health and just kind of. But the feedback that we've gotten is like we're being vulnerable and we're being. Cheers, God damn it, yeah, yeah. Cheers.
For those listeners, we actually don't have alcohol right now. Just that's good. That's good.
Yeah, man.
It's too early. I would like.
Oh, we can get some more later. No, yeah, I was thinking about getting some Budweiser or something like that. So it's just like some beer. I was gonna get some beer, just like chill and sip. Unless you want to get some alcohol.
No. I think beer would be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's keep it simple. But, so, yeah. It was funny you bring that up too. And then like the other day when I was at work, my coworker, the Filipino guy I was mentioning before, he like his desk is like right across from me, right? So like one day he messages me and he goes, "What's AA?" And I was like Alcoholics Anonymous or Associate's Arts degree, you know, like
right.
like why are you asking me this? Oh, I thought it's like talking about something with work, and then he goes, oh, and then he like shows me that he's watching our podcast.
Hey,
I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh,
bro.
that's cute,
Yeah.
man, right on." So shout out to that guy, bro.
Yeah, it's been really hard to.
Pare.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. It's been really hard to like sidestep at work too, man. Like, I remember my homie, he came up to me, he's like, "Hey, yo, bro, I'm so sorry for throwing you under the bus one time, because one time we were talking about it, and
I remember.
And then he's like, our manager just freaking. Yeah, he just brought it up. He's like, "You have a podcast?" And I was like,
shit.
"Yeah." Well, I told him I was trying to like, just kind of bullshit. I was like,
Hey, that's this is separate from work.
right, that, and I told him I was like, "Yo, like, I talk about mental health and I talk about, my trials and tribulations. So, it's just one of those things where you just kind of like,
we cry.
yeah, but there's a lot
We
more.
bleed.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Speaking of bleeding, bro,
I'm on my period.
are you, are you really?
No, I'm.
I would like to explore that with you, bro. I haven't gotten mine yet, so maybe I'm pregnant. So, I was going to say, dude, fucking last week, man, I got fucked up. I don't know what it was, the allergies.
Oh,
my face got fucked up. Same shit like Cancun, bro.
Right. Is that why you're wearing the glasses right now?
No, actually, I got a lot of fucking medicine, but my shout out to Brian, dude. Fucking billing ass, fucking. No, I just wanted the lights to shine too bright.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey, your future's looking a little bright there.
Hey, yo. No, man, my eyes got fucked up, dude. I was at work, and then that was the first time I actually had a reaction at work. And I was like cleaning up and stuff like that, and then people were like, "Hey, yo, your face is fucked up." Like, I didn't know my face was fucked up,
Until
and
someone
then,
like said.
and then I talked to a manager, and my manager was just like, he like opened the door. He was like, "Hey, yo," and I was like,
Damn.
and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to fucking dip out, go to the ER." And I was already on that side of the bridge, so I went to the SFVA. So I was like, and then when I went to the ER. I'm a frequent flyer at the ER. I don't know if you guys know that, but people know. They're like, "Damn, Castillo's back." And so it's just like this ongoing like thing where it's like you don't know what's going on with you, So it's like stress. I might be gay, I can't drink alcohol. I really thought it was all the above, but
Might be gay.
Yeah, maybe I definitely might be gay, but yeah, I was 3 days out of commission, bro. So I was like kind of like going through that, and then the steroids worked, and then I started putting stuff up my ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like might be gay. So yeah, man, it was good. Now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what to do with all that information, bro. It's like, am I ever going to, I guess I bring this up because I'm like, my whole life, am I going to be just kind of like, I'll go 5 or 6 months, 7 months, and then like one day the fucking wind might pick up speed and the earth is on this axis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
then I'll fucking have an allergy attack.
It makes me think about that one SpongeBob episode where like they kind of focus on Mr. Krabs and then how like Pearl like sets up a big ass pill for him to like eat, and then it's basically like his routine every day.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
damn.
is that gonna be my like routine for the rest of my life?
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I have to worry about this.
Yeah,
I get and then it gets stronger.
Yeah.
Like the older you get. I was about to like pull my back. Like I don't know.
I get nervous because like a lot of the times too, it's like I want to. Doing, dude.
Nothing.
Fucking twerking on this twerking on this podcast, man. Damn.
It's a serious matter.
Yeah, dude, I'm being serious, bro.
Yeah,
I'm being
man.
serious, dude.
Your glasses are throwing me off too, though.
Why is it throwing you off, dude?
It's like a mask right now.
Dude,
you look cool. That's what it is. You look
Ooh,
really
thanks.
cool right now. Stop.
Bro, let me tell you about this. Shout out to Pancakes and Booze, bro.
Hey.
My wife just actually had her first art show.
Dope.
At Pancakes and Booze in San Francisco, and it was I don't know what the club is, but it's a nightclub, but they turned into an art show. But yeah, Shout out to everyone that supported my wife being out there. It was really amazing because it's full circle for me.
Yeah.
Back in 2017, 2018, like I covered that show, and you guys were there. You guys were there, have photos. Yeah. But that night was a blur because I was
in my prime.
Because I was in my prime. Yeah. Sorry, and you couldn't see it, but I was closing my eyes. I was like, in my prime, dude.
I was like,
no. We went out there, Pancakes Booze 2018, and I remember getting fucked up eating pancakes, and then I just ended up not videotaping the event.
Right, that's why we went there. We were like, we're gonna support you, like doing that. And then I remember I had a video clip of like, yo, what's up? We out here from the 650 to 415. Not a camera in your hand.
I was fucking ripped, bro. And then
Dude.
I remember just like glimpses of me just like with Austin on the dance floor, like dance battling people.
Yeah.
So shout out to Pancakes and Booze, man.
Was he battling someone for like someone's love?
No, I don't
Like-
know. It was just a bunch of weirdos. You know, artists are they're weirdos, dude. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Everyone was just dancing, and then this guy wanted to battle dance Austin, and then I was just like, my hands over his shoulder. I was like, yeah, fucking get him,
active.
little saint. Yeah.
Feeling it. I'm in there right now.
But yeah, man, it was actually really awesome to have like support, and I have like a couple stories behind it. I just want to bring up, but being out, putting your artwork on a wall, right, just being vulnerable, and just kind of like being out there and kind of having people like walk by your art and just kind of, yeah, man, I just kind of on the other side, I was looking at Van and I was like, wow, you have so much courage, courage.
I really,
and like,
it's very, her paintings, it's very cozy. It makes me feel warm.
yeah,
when I
yeah,
look at them,
yeah.
you know
yeah,
what I
she's
mean?
still trying to find her style, she's experimental.
But I like that she's like putting it out there,
That's the one thing, right? It's like, she took art super, when we got together, I was
Brave,
just,
like you said.
what's up?
Brave.
Oh yeah, brave. Yeah. But I was like, talking to her about it. I was like, when we got together, she started really doing art, like, just more seriously, and started doing vending, and it's amazing to see her progress. What I really want to say, like, I admire is that she's putting it out there, right? I do social media can only go so far, but she's actually out there talking to people, selling the art, getting money, this and that.
She's on the tangible side.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, bro.
We're in the digital digital realm.
All different formats of art, but it was. I really want to say I just like people that do the artwork and put themselves out there, because I'm really like hyper critical about myself. Like even with the gallery in LA, like I don't know what size the photo is. I'm really particular in like seeing pixels and like kind of like the flaws, but I magnify it in a million, in a huge
But then
way.
the beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. They'll see the
Right.
flaws and be like, wow. He purposely did that.
Yo,
Yeah.
right.
Wow, the grains on the
Right,
like,
right,
the
right.
picture. You're right.
Yeah, no, dude. And there's a million times when we go to like vendings, like art vending spots in like Fort Mason, and then I'll see it. I'm like, dude, we could do that shit. Like, we could do that shit. But it's like, I don't know, man. There's a certain type of commitment that you have to do. And Van was working on it. She got booked in January, so she did a lot of entries in like last year. Booked in January. She knew that she was gonna do Pancakes and Booze in March, and so she got all of her stuff. And she sold paintings, bro. And that's like, I was like, yo, man, like that's it,
Having someone like have your art in their like wall,
Yeah.
and you don't even know the person.
Yeah, and she's like, and then people were calling her artist, and she got, like everyone gets all, like weird and stuff.
Flustered.
But it's like, when is that ever gonna resonate, right? Like, I mean, I don't even call myself artist. I don't call myself a photographer, but like, she is definitely an artist. But she's like, I don't know if I'm an artist. Like, yeah, you are an artist, but it's so hard to why do we hold ourselves back? Like, what's the
Yeah.
threshold?
I saw you change your bio to biographer.
Yeah, biographer. Yeah.
Like, if you're not a photographer, if you're not a filmographer,
Yeah.
I'm a biographer at least.
Yeah, man.
Well,
I mean,
at least you stand by
I claim
something.
it. Yeah, photography is just a broad
factor.
It's just a broad term.
You're a multifaceted diamond.
Oh yeah, I like
You know,
that. Yeah.
You fucking 24 carats of. Why am I looking down?
Shout
Like,
out to Brilliance Earth, bro, in Hillsdale Cemetery. Yeah.
what?
No, it's a really nice place. I actually I know some people that work at Brilliance Earth.
Oh, yo, shout out
And-
Brilliance Earth.
Yeah, Stanford
Free
Shopping
promo.
Center. Sorry about that. Anyways, but yeah, man. And then the second thing was too is like we were out there and I had my cameras and I was actually when I went out there I told Van I was like do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing. So I was like recording and getting B-roll, etc. And fucking etc.
We need that on a shirt.
Yeah, etc. It's yeah. And I was just kind of going over there and people were like, "Oh, are you covering the event? Are you part of Pancakes and Booze?"
Like my wife is.
Yeah, my wife is up there. No, and I actually started lying to people saying that I was covering the event.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to the people that believed me. But
Yeah.
I was lying. I was telling them and
Lying through your teeth.
And-
shamelessly.
yeah, dude, and I was just kind of ripping, dude. But I I was lying. I was telling people that I was covering the event. I wasn't covering the event. I was there for Van, and but I was just doing B-roll. I was like everywhere, but it kind of felt natural to do the videography thing where you just
Almost
wanna
as if you were a videographer.
Jesus, man. So many titles. There's so many words attached to me.
Just call me Rommel.
Just call me Rommel, please. But yeah, no, and I went out there, and then so the reason why I texted you about the SFs being back is because Pancakes and Booze is more of a 6-month event, and so Pancakes Booze didn't know what the city looked like, and before it used to be a 2-day event, and now they transitioned to one. And then I was talking to the management, and they're shout out to Josh as well, the photographer at Pancakes and Booze. But yeah, no, he said like, yeah, there's a strong presence in SF right now, so people are going back to the 2-a-days and
we back, baby.
Yeah, man, maybe the art's coming back, and same thing with if you're watching this, we probably already went to First Thursdays, but I'm really excited to go to First Thursdays in April. So that's gonna be. It's gonna be exciting, bro.
Where's First Thursdays?
It's definitely in downtown. I think it's on on 3rd or something like that. But we can definitely get the information as well. But we'll shout out we'll throw out a huge invite and kind of get people going. But I don't know if it's gonna be the same vibe as First Fridays now.
Right. Because that's Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday, and I definitely think that
Thursday,
DJs,
Friday Junior.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think it's been amazing, dude. And I think God works in mysterious ways as well, because my fucking skin cleared up, it's really hard for me to be outside when I have I'm bleeding at my eyeballs,
Stigmata.
Yeah, when I have stigmata, dude. So it's like, yeah, it's definitely tough, man. It's definitely tough.
Yeah, man. I'm really tired right now.
Yeah, what happened?
No, it's just like daylight savings. Daylight savings happened recently, guys.
When are we gonna quit with that?
I'm fucking over it. Can we just keep this time? Can daylight?
Yeah.
The day with the
There's
most
not
sunshine?
even any more farmers. There's probably 3 of them. I don't understand why we do this.
California
Isn't
has
that the reason for it, right?
Is it? Was that the main thing? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I thought
Correct us if we're wrong. Comment.
Sean, fucking Google that shit. What was the whole reason for that?
Then he goes down a whole rabbit hole like it's all a scam.
Yeah. No, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I was told that the whole purpose of daylight savings was to because the winters are longer, right? Yeah. So they need to get up earlier to do more shit.
I could see that.
And that's the basis of that. But I mean, there's
Is
not
only California that really does it.
Well, that's the thing is that other states are dictate they don't do that. Yeah, they only go by I think it's called the Juliet time or the time zones. They stay.
Sounds fine.
I think Juliet time is the world clock. Did you know that?
Juliet
I think
or
so.
general?
No, I think it's called the Juliet time.
Huh.
Yo, Sean, cue that shit up. Let's cue that shit up. Yeah.
We're putting you to work right now.
Yeah, cue that shit up. No, I think it's called Juliet time. I think that I think that's in the back of my head, the military. I remember when we used to go overseas, we would just be like, oh, make sure your clock's on Juliet time.
Right. And the general.
Right.
Interesting.
General world time.
No, I've been sleeping hella earlier a lot now lately. And then,
good.
When you're tired, you sleep more, right? But then if you're still tired after sleeping enough, there's something else wrong. So,
yeah, man, there's a lot of factors. Because even with me, man, my eye bags, I could see it on my face.
Right.
My skin doesn't do the best, and there's got to be some answers, bro. For some reason, I've been very on this advocating for myself. I need to understand what's going on. I need to have I can't just sweep stuff under the rug anymore. Especially with my body. There's so many things that I don't know. Maybe culture,
that's what eye bags are. It's you sweeping stuff under the rug, except the rug is your eye bag.
Holy shit, dude! That's a heavy on your eyes.
Gua shao.
Oh, is that the stone? Is that the jade?
Gua shao.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, man, when are we gonna start taking portraits again, bro? I'm going back into film. I took a lot of film photography at the art show. So.
Oh, I saw your post. Talking about the developing. Yeah, no, I'm fucking.
Dude, man, I want to develop down here, bro. I just don't want to go down to Oakland, down to.
Dude, I could see this.
Yeah, I could.
In here. Dark room.
Yeah.
Red lights. Hell yeah.
I definitely want to do something here. We got the space for it.
I don't mind being your subject.
Yeah, dude. What is this one? Yeah, this one is I like taking portraits of you, bro.
Thanks, man.
It's cute, man.
It makes me feel famous.
Yeah, you can blow that shit up, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. We got some new photos for people that are listening on Spotify, but we got some new photos on the wall. We didn't get to talk about them on the last podcast, but just wanted to kind of highlight what's
I like how you have a photo of a photo on a computer.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. So what is that photo?
So caveman. That's my
so caveman.
So primitive.
No, fuck no. Dude.
Yeah, that photo was like my 21st birthday, I think, when I was like finally legal enough to drink. I think
No, barely legal, dude.
something like
Shout
that.
out
Yeah,
to-
yeah. My sister got me that cake.
Shout
Rest
out
in
to
peace.
Asian
But
street
yeah.
meat, bro.
And it's a weed cake, but not actually weed. So
Yeah,
I was kind of pissed off about that, but it's fine.
You
We still smoked hella that day.
Would have been fucking high as shit, dude.
Man.
We got a lot of memories up
Yeah.
there, man. People that are, it's funny. Some people will DM me and like screenshot the back of it, like the screen, like oh shit, you have that photo. Yeah, it's just kind of, again, all this stuff is on my Tumblr too.
Fucking Dr. Teats, the chicken wings.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Shout out to Victor.
Do they still
too.
do that?
There used to be 50-cent wings. Dr. T. Now they're just called Teats, right? So
Yeah.
They're not a.
They didn't get their PhD.
They
got their
PhD
license revoked
during
yeah.
COVID, bro. But yeah, man, I remember when I think it was like either before I went for the military or after Victor would bring me to Dr. Teats and 50-cent wings, and we just get fucked up. That was before they had the back patio as well. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So I know we were out there with Karen.
Yeah, but we didn't have that many wings though anymore, right? Did they still?
I
Have,
don't
they
think.
still have.
I think it's like on a wing Wednesday or I don't know, some
Man.
crazy shit. But I remember it was like 50-cent wings, just like fucking.
Times were good. The dollar shots.
Oh
or
my
whatever.
god, dude! Would you believe? So
Fuck,
a lot
bruh.
of great times.
Dollar shots, 50-cent wings.
Yeah,
we used to be a great country.
Yes. What the hell happened to us?
Fucking.
Damn it, dude!
I'm dark gothic MAGA, said Elon.
Damn it. Yeah, and then we got a photo over here. This one's really sentimental to me. We got my my
Oh,
brother
man.
Saul. We got Victor, my dad, and my uncle. And then shout out to Bodie.
Dude, that's all right there.
So that's Flex Shamar. Show.
You can't even say his name right, dude. Flex Shomaru.
Flex Shomaru. That's what I
Ooh,
say
like,
that, bro. I was gonna call him
Based upon the Inuyasha character Shomaru.
I know that, dude. I knew that actually. I was gonna say that. but-
Inuyasha's older brother.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. But yeah, this is a photo when we went to Yosemite back in the
That's
day.
cute.
And yeah, shout out to Bodie. Bodie was a really close friend of me and Victor's. He was the first one to show us the ways of marijuana and weed.
Ah.
And, yeah, and
I thought you were gonna say the ways of the samurai.
yeah, he looks like it. But yeah, no, it's just shout out to him. We had a great time at Yosemite, but he did pass away as well.
Rest in
R.I.P. to Bodie. But yeah, man, we lost contact maybe after middle school. He moved out, moved to maybe more inland of California. Stuff happened, and then I got told by a family member that he passed away, and
Damn.
it is definitely one of those things where Bodie made an impact in my life. Bodie, I have some core memories with Bodie, so with my brother and Victor. That was the first time that I actually fucking hotboxed a tent, dude. Yeah, so we were in Yosemite, and just amazing stories. But yeah, one time we were hiking like closer to the Half Dome. We were like trying to touch the Half Dome or whatever the mountaintop, and I remember Bodie just had a bag of weed. It was me, Victor, and Saul, and we were smoking over there. And you know how like when we're younger. And you're high, when someone freaks out, everyone just freaks out, but like no reason at all.
Kind of, yeah.
So we were smoking on a tree or something like that, like a log. We were sitting on a log, and for some reason, like Victor just fucking like and just fucking runs, dude. And then like with no like hesitation, we just dip, and like
That's survival instinct.
yeah,
right
just running, right? We're running through the woods trying to get back to the tent, and we're high. We're just high. So like you're just like the woods are just passing by. You're high. Everything's delayed. You're like. You think that you're like making traction, you're like jumping over fucking rocks and all that stuff, and then all I hear is like, Junior, and like I'm thinking like I turn back, and I'm thinking that he's like a mile away. He's not a mile away. He's probably like 2 rocks back, and he's like, the bear's gonna eat me, and I thought a bear was gonna eat my brother, bro. And we were just super high. It was just good time. And my brother, shout out to him. He always listens to the podcast.
So Victor was just running from nothing?
Well, we were so high, so every crack in the fucking wood, just like, oh shit, there's a bear, Like just
First
kinda,
of all,
yeah.
if you run, you're gonna die.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if the bear.
Dude, we were like fucking 15, 16 years old.
But also like the fact that you guys didn't hesitate to run is also
yeah,
like
yeah,
good
yeah.
survival instincts.
Yeah,
Debatable,
bro.
You know what I mean? Like
I mean-
you don't wait to see what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, we were trekking in fucking vans and like fucking, we just didn't have we were just running in the woods, and that's always a good time. But then the night, maybe the night after, the same night, yeah, dude, Bodie, Victor, Saul, we slept in a tent, all 4 of us, and Bodie had weed, and had a little pipe. You know, that's the only way to smoke
Yeah.
it back then. So he had a pipe, and we were hotboxing the tent, and we got all four of us. We got so high, and I don't know if this is true or not, because when I was young, I was told that like blood and period blood, whatever, could attract bears, right? Like blood,
Right.
blood,
I think I remember that.
So we're in the tent, and I remember either one of us, I think it was either me or Victor, that had like a nosebleed. Someone had a nosebleed in the tent. We were hella high, nosebleed, and there was like tissues of just like blood.
The bears are gonna come.
So, dude, and we took the top off of the tent so we could see the stars. So we're high, there's blood, and then we're just like looking at the stars. And out of nowhere, bro, there's a fucking ruffling on the side of the tent, just like. And I'm so high, I'm just like, dude, stop, Like, I'm in my sleeping bag, I'm like, stop. And, bro, like, we're just like there's like, just like scratching on the tent. And, bro, when I tell you, goosebumps, I looked at Saul, I was like, we're going to die in this fucking tent right now, bro. And, no, dude, and it was the first time I was, like, meeting death. And Bodhi was like, if we pretend, like, and Bodhi was like, if we just calm down and sleep. Yeah. If everyone's chill, everyone's good. And then I found, and then I wake up and I look and not wake up, but I like lean over, I'm like, it's the blood. And I started crying, dude. And I'm high. There's blood. I'm crying. There's a bear. And dude, yeah, man. I mean, bears just kind of like naturally in Yosemite. You get to put
You sure it
yourself
wasn't
in
like your dad or uncle?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know. I was so high. It was on my side. And I was just, and then, just like.
To this day, your dad and uncle are just like,
right.
They're
They're just fucking with us, dude. But yeah, I still to this day, like, Bodhi was chill. I think Victor was knocked out because Victor didn't really have a lot to say. And then I was like, dude, someone is bleeding in this fucking tent, dude. Or someone has snacks or something like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
oh, man.
That's
But
fair.
yeah, man, those are some good times, bro. I just remember Bodhi just introducing me to weed. I mean, I was the first time I ever got high, you know, with Bodhi. Man.
Rest in peace, Bodhi.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bodhi. Shout out to all the people like that, like know him, and people change, bro. I just remember, and this is the reason why I think it's important to kind of like, I guess I never took to understand who he was when he passed away. He got caught up in some stuff where he was living, but the image of Bodhi, I don't know the innocence, but the kid Bodhi that I grew up with, or after school just hanging out, smoking weed, and being at the park, Cherry Park and stuff like that. That's the Bodhi I know.
Right.
But
exactly.
after that, people had their own opinions. People said that he did some stuff, and that's just not the Bodhi. So I just didn't want to.
Don't let it taint the memory.
Right. Yeah. So, shout out to Bodhi, man. Shout out.
Speaking of tainting memories, I hate it when they remake movies, man.
Yeah, like specifically what?
Fucking. Damn, I can't think right now. Fuck.
What kind of fucking segue was that, dude? What kind of fucking segue was that?
I'm really trying to think of something.
What movie that you fucking hate right now? Oh, I'm about to turn this shit up, bro. I'm about to fucking juice up.
You're like
right
ready
now.
to hate.
Yeah. I
Hate.
fucking woke up with some peace in my heart, but I hate energy, bro. I don't get bring this shit.
Damn,
up,
no,
bro.
I can't remember, but like Robin Hood, stuff like that. But they turn them into like a different movie. You know
They
what I mean?
never follow up with that shit. Like all the Batman movies, they never follow. I really was really hyped for the Dark Knight. I mean,
the Batman, right? Robert Pattinson, that one, or
no. The Dark Knight, near the maybe like
the end.
The end, yeah,
with
that
Bane.
dude. Yeah, and that dude.
Gotcha.
What's his name, bro? He was in 50 Shades Summer, 500 Days of Summer, 500 Days of.
Oh yeah. Joseph JGL.
What the fuck, dude?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
yeah,
He was supposed to be Robin, dude. That's gonna be a good Robin, bro.
Right. I don't think it was supposed to be like it was meant to be a trilogy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like, the ending was ambiguous. But like, it was obvious that he was Robin.
I really wish that they would have done something like that. You watch Invincible? You ever watch Invincible?
I fuck with it. I'm not caught up all the way, but
Dude, I watched one season of that shit. That shit is crazy, bro.
Right, dude.
Yeah.
Animation went to shit in the second or in the later seasons.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I feel like they went
shit.
cheap with it. It's like they just got a PNG image and they just like clicked and dragged it and just hit record.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like when they're flying.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
No, that's a good story. That's a good story. I literally like the story of that one.
Yeah. It's original. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And it's Amazon. It's Amazon, right?
Amazon, yeah.
Amazon. No, man. I think. Even like I just want to see different adaptations, but it is kind of silly how we kind of see the start, and then these these big producers or these big like Hollywood places, they kind of like cut it down because of budget. I always get kind of dumbfounded about how people stay locked in. I mean, like Infinity Wars and like Marvel,
Right,
like
yeah,
dude, that's
yeah.
like 20 years of their life, bro.
Yeah, and then they
Like,
have to
that's
like act
insane.
like they love it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's
Now that we're older, a little bit
Yeah.
more like we know how like the business works, kind of.
Yeah,
From
yeah.
seeing it, we just know like it's all about contracts and like they're just locked into it.
yeah.
But then like what happens when the franchise itself is starting to fall apart? Like Marvel ain't shit now. Like,
Yeah, I mean that was shout out to Mark Cavill, the one Superman, Mark
Cavill.
yeah.
Is it Mark? Is it Mark?
Henry Cavill. God,
fuck is
who
Mark?
the fuck is Mark Cavill? Yeah, Henry Cavill. He was Superman, and then he fucking.
And Geralt in The Witcher. Netflix.
Oh yeah, and he dipped out of both of those because now I think he's either he's directing Warhammer,
Some shit like that.
Yeah,
like
but-
executive producer.
but he's doing something that he's actually passionate about, type
Right,
shit,
because he knows nerd culture, and then he's just like the disagreements with the executives.
But that's what I'm
and,
saying. Why is it always the politics that like get into the
He's like,
fucking?
just keep doing what made money last year, but that's the problem. Like that's last year. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like I don't know, it's out of touch.
Yeah, you're out of touch. I mean,
all it
what
comes down to.
it's like what makes money, and it's like not really do a service to the fans, that you're making it because
Mm-hmm.
even like Henry Cavill, like he did a on-site appearance on Wolverine Deadpool, right? He
Yeah.
Right, and
right.
like.
I remember when I watched that in theaters, I fucking like went crazy. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, there
like,
was so many
when nobody knew that he was gonna be in it. Like
That's
that's
insane,
that's
bro.
the beauty of cinema. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what people should like miss.
I actually, one thing I get mad about, bro, and that I've recently been like, it's been egging me on is like
Yeah.
when people, like when they get into the back files or like the coding part of it, and they could see what's new for the next season.
Right? Yeah.
And
They,
like
they
people
just see
kind
it.
of ruin it, bro.
Yeah,
like just
yeah.
let it be a surprise, dog.
That's why, like, when like there's something that interests me, like movie wise or whatever, I'll stay away from like social media because like I know if I'm scrolling the feed,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
see something about it or something.
Yeah. People are like, they like watch these movies or they see a movie come out like a trailer, and then they'll do all this research, IMDb,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
see. I mean, that stuff has to be public, whatever, for the career and resume and stuff like that for the filmography.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, damn, you kind of just ruined the whole like, how are they going to introduce this person?
Yeah.
What's the storyline?
And then also like leaks, also like fuel, like
Oh, hype.
hype.
Because
Yeah. Because I remember when Infinity War first came out.
Yeah.
There was a guy that leaked the whole like
Oh, God.
storyline, basically how it's gonna go. But people were like, "No way, that's gonna happen." But lo and behold, it fucking happened the way that he leaked it. And then Endgame came out, or before it was gonna come out, he leaked that storyline. People were just like, "He got it right the first time. Is it like gonna happen again?"
man.
And it did. And I was like, "Oh shit."
Well, that's what causes delays too. Maybe rewrites and stuff
Exactly.
like that. So it's like, you kind of want to.
But also, yeah, you bring up like delays and the rewrites. Like, if it wasn't for fan backlash for Sonic,
Oh,
remember, like,
yes, sir.
now it's like a fucking a winning franchise. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
three movies of that.
But if they kept it like with that shitty character design,
Oh,
imagine
God,
what would
dude.
have happened.
There's actually another one that we were.
Jim Carrey wouldn't have been a part of it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so amazing to see him act. I don't know if you saw the Sonic 3 or
Not
Sonic
yet,
2.
not
Yeah,
yet, yeah.
Sonic 3 was amazing. Jim Carrey still has it.
Gots it.
Still
He
gots
gots it,
it,
bro.
still gots it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way in on here. No, but
It's Keanu Reeves, right? That's
Keanu Reeves
Shadow?
is Shadow.
God, he's so edgy.
And you know what,
Love it.
dude? They introduced like a Marvel, post credit scenes. So we're
Oh, yeah?
gonna get more. We're gonna get more. So if
Shit.
you have the time, go check that out.
I'm okay with what do you call it? Like video game universes being expanded on and like in the movie scene. You know what I mean?
That's actually really funny because I've actually,
Mario, Sonic now.
yeah.
What else? Halo got their show, but I'm not a fan. Of
Yeah,
the
they
show.
should have. They should have done something bigger and better with that. Like they should have done more promo, or they should have,
The first episode of Halo was amazing.
or maybe someone of caliber, right? Because a lot of it was,
Yeah.
kind of like green screen and it's not a lot.
exactly.
But I'll say like one story adaptation that I always wanted to see was either Final Fantasy because I never understood the Final Fantasy franchise and Metal Gear Solid. I never understood those franchises.
Those would be sick.
I never took the time to understand it.
Yeah.
But I just want to know like.
Most of the Final Fantasy series are just like different worlds, though. So like, not
really?
not all of them like.
Oh,
you don't-
it's not a continuous line.
Yeah. Only some are like
Oh.
say like Final Fantasy X and X2. You know what I mean? So like they're same story.
Oh,
But like
I didn't know
nine
that.
and 7, they're different, etc. What else? Which one? What
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid. Oh man,
yeah.
imagine if like what's his name? Kojima.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking man, he loves movies, so like that would be a masterpiece. His games are basically movies. I don't know if you ever like played Death Stranding or anything like that.
Death Stranding, that's the one with that white dude from
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I've never played it. Yeah.
It's a bit like a hiking pizza delivery simulator, but basically that whole thing is like it's like a metaphor for him like losing the Metal Gear Solid series to the company because he separated from Konami.
That's so
And
crazy. How
it's
you
like politics as well,
He become bigger than the company,
and he is bigger.
Yeah.
So one of those things.
That's actually. So there's actually like a true meaning behind that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like there's like you see like bastardizations of like the Metal Gears that you'd see in that Death Stranding game, and then like if you're a real fan, you'd be like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
But then
I was gonna ask you like, what is the state of video games now? Because I read some stuff. I read that the new console with Xbox was going to be paired up with Steam.
Right.
I heard that there's like this whole like, I don't want to say monopoly thing happening, but like, how do you feel about like one company kind of ruling it all? Because there's like exclusives. Because like the whole thing was that like Xbox is making a new console, and then they're like, Sony was like, oh, you're gonna have shitty games. Like there's no new games coming out because Sony has been kind of like front running that part.
Exclusive.
And then he's like, actually, we're gonna have your games, and then they're gonna pair it with Steam, and Sony's games are on Steam. So it's like this whole thing, and it's like,
and then Nintendo's over here like,
yeah, bro, yeah. So it's like, I don't know, like, and I'm getting older, and I'm not kind of like keeping up, but I try to shout out to Game Ranks. I watch their stuff every so often, kind of. We still don't have Grand Theft Auto 6 apparently, so I don't think
we grew up during the fucking console wars, right?
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
So, and then there's always been competition. Atari back in the day, Nintendo, etc., Sega,
Dreamcast.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think it's ever changing the way competition's going. So right now we're going through that phase where we see it changing from console wars to basically what your equipment can run type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like right now, like, you know, it's like, oh, PCs are like another, like PC versus consoles. But then within the PCs, everyone has different hardware.
Oh, right.
Not all PCs are created equal.
right.
You know what I mean? Whereas if everyone could have a PS5 or an Xbox,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's the same hardware.
Yeah, across the board.
Yeah. So I think what like Xbox is trying to do is like kind of capitalize on like the people that can't afford a good PC, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they want to be able to play like PC games.
Yeah, because I think
Xbox.
Xbox or Game Pass is already integrated with Windows too, right? Like, yeah, man. I
Exactly.
think. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a merger that I saw when I was, when I played video games. Kind of like it's already there, but yeah, man. I think it's like a monopoly. Like, I mean, it's gonna become that one of those things where
I wonder what's gonna happen. How does Sony counter that?
Yeah,
you know?
man.
So I think Sony's gonna have more focus still on like hardware.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
They've
yeah.
always been like with headphones, DJ shit. You know what I mean? Stuff
right
like that.
more of Sony than
Yeah.
gaming. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Speaking of like Invincible,
Yeah.
no, because that just brought me back to this animated show I was watching, Pantheon.
Yeah,
I finally
yeah.
finished it. We were talking about on the last episode that we scrapped, but highly recommend it.
Highly
Definitely
recommend
watch
it,
it. They planned it for like other seasons, but they stopped it at 2. But I think it was perfect for it to end at 2. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't want to stretch something out too long.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely fits with the modern time right now. They definitely delve on some topics. But give it a watch later.
Yeah.
Start
Where's it streaming at?
It's on Netflix right now.
Netflix?
It was originally an AMC Plus, but who the fuck has that?
Not me,
exactly.
not I.
Exactly. So they canceled it because they weren't getting enough views. But like, why? Because no one has
Yeah.
AMC Plus. So it's been out like a while ago now. So but it's just now gaining like a fucking
Traction.
following.
People are actually talking about it. type stuff,
Yeah. But I think it's very related right now. So like, remember we were a few episodes back we were talking about like Dave Chappelle and like the whole mall, like internet is like a mall type thing.
Yeah.
They basically kind of talk about that more, but like how it would be integrated into this life right now. But
I
yeah.
feel that, bro.
Pantheon, guys, watch it.
I'm actually, super excited for what the next thing I want to bring up is. I think a lot of the times we kind of like downgrade like what we have going on. Like right now, it's a very like chill podcast because we know that we can fucking amplify it and we can kind of go crazy and we talk about some real stuff. But besides being on stage, I know we talked about this before, but like picking up a mic and being on stage as well. do you want to at least maybe talk to somebody that is in the comedy world, or do you want to go to a comedy show, like just to kind of
right
embrace or kind of see like material, like how it's being used?
I mentioned this before. I've been to a couple of comedy shows. I went to one over here. I forgot the name of the spot, but it was like one of their main
in SF.
Yeah,
Cobb's.
Cobb's. Yeah, I went to that one. And then when I was in New York, I went to another one, like The Cellar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
And I saw what do you call it? Phil something. He's pretty big now, but yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. I love that shit. Do I see myself as a comic? There's some days that I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, like the dead air. Like knowing me, I would like stumble over my words and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when I think about the breakdown of it, it's like a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like how long can you be up there, bring up the next guest?
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like one of those things where when I was younger, I always thought that like comedy was where I wanted to go. Shout out to Bobby Lee. Shout out to the other episodes, but I just never took the risk, right? So I kind of want to just maybe like get a ticket and be like, yo, like I want to go, see some comedians, understand the material, the setup, the jokes, right? Like riffing and
the
stuff
timing.
like that. The timing.
It's all about timing. Comedy is timing.
Yeah,
yeah.
I really just want to indulge in. I want to really just dive into that and kind of see, and I would love to have like a comedian like on the podcast, and we can kind of like understand how to break down material right and stuff like that. I'm not saying I want to be a comedian, but I really want to understand the culture because it's interesting, bro.
Yeah. I've seen like the openers and stuff like that. There's good ones, and then I see the ones that bomb. Like I've seen that.
Yeah, but what kind of comedian doesn't bomb?
Exactly. Then you see the ones that have it all in their head, and you see the ones that like have to go on their phone.
Really?
Yeah, they're on stage with the thing. And then they work with it, you know what I mean? They know that they're like amateurs. So
but that's good though. That's the reason why you go to a comedy show, like besides the heckling, that's what I would
Oh man.
That's what I would get nervous about, like,
when I was in New York, there was like one heckler and then like nothing much kind of happened out of it. They were just told to be quiet from like staff.
Yeah, I mean like, bro, it's such a weird like idea, like you paid for this. And then what, you don't like this show, so you
I never understood that.
Yeah,
I never understood that. I feel like there's some ulterior motive there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason too is that I followed Bobby Lee and then Chris DiStefano. They were in Cobb's SF, and they Chris DiStefano is doing his rounds until September 11th. He's doing like the Madison Square Garden. So just
shout out 9/11, baby.
Yeah, shout out to 9/11. Shout out to the Bushes. No, I'm so like it's funny because Shane Gillis is going to be performing in San Jose. I think it's like June 28th. But it's just one of those things where I definitely want to buy tickets. I definitely want to be a part of that world and just kind of understand like. We see it online, but I want to see it in live.
From what I like, the way like from what I would see in Bobby's podcast, and then whenever he talks about like the career, and then what it's like, and then he talks about all these like people by name and like how they are. It's like, it's cool because it's like they all have a personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then I know like some comedians, they like try to be like other people, and then that's what's not funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people are just funny because that's just how the fuck they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually really funny how you said that because like that dude that got canceled or like fucking shamed after the Tiger Belly with the whole like Bobby's ex-girlfriend, whatever.
Yeah.
And that dude, that fucking MMA fighter guy, he got like shunned out of the comedy scene. What was his name? Do you remember his name? He was really cool with like Theo Von. But anyways, I remember what's her name? What's the girl's name? Kalila had this beef with this dude, and they had him on Tiger Belly, and like Bobby was super confused. And long story short, I guess like he was like stealing jokes, just like Carlos Mencia. The reason why Carlos Mencia got exited out of the industry was because he was like stealing jokes and
nothing was original.
Yeah, and I get nervous too because like the comments that I get, or at least the feeling that I get, like shout out to my friends at work, like they have said that I like, oh, you kind of have like this like Theo Von kind of like not, I don't want to say I'm retarded, but like like this kind of stupid kind of like bring it up, bring up whatever's on my mind kind of thing, and I just you kind of see a style and you're like, oh, it's funny, and then I don't want to embrace it. You've brought this up before. You don't want to copy and paste. Yeah. I want to see the range that I can do, but Theo Von and Bobby Lee is something that like it's just funny. I didn't know that I was embracing their
It's
persona.
It's a matter of being conscious of how you're acting. Like you gotta remember you're Rommel.
Yeah.
But then there are influences we see. There's like before, yeah, back then when I was like heavy on Tiger Belly,
Yeah.
like years ago. I remember like I was catching myself like talking like I was working at a CVS before back then, and then this other guy, he noticed that I was like watching the podcast.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, nosotros papaya, brother." And I was like, "Hey," you know.
Yeah.
A fellow listener. But
A fellow retard.
yeah. And then it became like this whole thing between us where like we're just constantly like mentioning
Yeah.
the thing, and then
yeah.
over time I got tired of that. Like
yeah.
I don't want that to be like I don't be known as the Tiger Belly guy just because
Yeah.
I watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know, I see
I
what
want
you're.
to be known as a Tiger Belly.
I see where you're getting at, but yeah, we have our own style. This is our own banter. It goes for the same thing when people like when the homeboys act hella gay with each other, and then people would just be like, "Oh, Tyler the Creator did that first." You know what I mean? But then like, it's stuff like that.
Yeah. You know, that's the thing too. Is like we were. I don't want to say parallel, but like I don't think we were. Watching.
I was listening to his music.
We were listening to his music, but we weren't really. I don't know. It's so weird.
We embraced them, but then it's like because it fit us.
Yeah.
You're right. We ran parallel with it. They were just the ones that were
Yeah.
like famous. All the cameras were on them.
Yeah.
You know, so of course we're gonna see it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's the people that are uncultured that will just
Yeah.
assume the worst.
Yeah, I
Sorry for being fucking fun, bro.
yeah,
Oh,
no, I was gonna say
God,
that.
you look so cool with your glasses right now.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. What I was gonna say is that, look, man, we get a lot of influence from all parts of the internet, and you know, it's one of those things. So,
It's called brain rot for a reason.
yeah, and even though like people, I don't want to say flowers, but like people say, oh, this and that. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find my style. I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, yeah, I take inspiration from a lot of things, but I'm not trying to copycat. I didn't even know that I was like copycatting or like maybe saying silly stuff the same way they would say it. So, but also, we've talked about this before on the podcast. Nothing's original. Everything's a remix of something, and you kind of
somewhat in some way inspired-ish,
so.
whatever. But then it's like what you were saying about Carlos Mencia. If you're like deliberately stealing jokes,
Oh yeah.
that's
If you're
something
like,
else.
if you're like intentionally like ripping people's jokes off, like that. I'm talking about like just the flow or the style.
Yeah.
Like
There's a reason why racism has come so natural to everybody.
Yeah, dude. If I could just be racist on this podcast, bro, I would fucking let loose, bro. Sorry about that.
That's good.
Yeah. No. Yeah, man. And then, it's just gonna be a lot of us on the internet, And we, I don't know if you've embraced that idea, but we're on the internet, baby.
Yeah,
like,
which is why
we're on a fucking server.
Which is why like I brought up Pantheon earlier because everything. Like, we're on the internet. It's like, we're permanently up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
So, might as well make the most out of it.
Yeah, and I also thought about what Karen fucking said last podcast when we were in the editing room, and she was like, she was basically just telling me that like, whatever I say, like I love what I said, I don't want to, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't feel comfortable. So she was really upfront about it. She was really okay. I mean, she's on the internet too. She's been out there. Also, I was going to say this too, man. You know what it really brings me joy? Sorry, you want to go back?
No.
Oh,
I just moved my finger.
What I was going to say, man, what really brings me joy, when we went to when I went to the Pancakes and Booze, bro, like seeing my friends, Van's friends, and just like the collaboration of like artists, different types of art. Shout out to Leanne. Shout out to, sorry, we shouldn't be, but Graphics by Lex. Shout out to her, kind of collaborating and like really showing Van how to network, because I know how to network. I know how to schmooze and all that stuff. I know how to talk about things that I'm interested in. But like Leanne was literally like taking Van to other artists, and she had like a list of questions, and she was probing Van. She was probing. Yeah, she was like probing, like asking questions about the art, the medium, the formats, the styles, this and that, and it's just like a intellectual kind of conversation where you start understanding other artists and where they're coming from. And shout out to Leanne, because her networking skills or her being out there is really like paving the way, because Van took a lot of inspiration from that, and you need friends like that to kind of like get you outside your bubble.
Absolutely.
And kind of like
your friends that you make are your first like web of network. You know what I mean? That's what gets you out already. For those that don't know how to network, talk to your friends. If you don't have friends, fuck.
Go on
network for friends.
Go on the internet and fucking find some friends.
Yeah,
But yeah, man. I mean, I think that's amazing. Especially Leanne, like just meeting Karen that night as well. They hit it off, and then they like exchange Instagrams and all that stuff. And I shared a story about Karen. I was like, yeah, the first time I covered Karen like videography was at Brick and Mortar, which was across the street from the event. Karen used to be part of this group called Donyen, Doyen.
Oh, yeah.
It was like with No Name Rod and all that stuff. But yeah, that was the first time I like did videography for Karen, and you know, it's just like
I went to that show too. Remember?
Oh shit, dude! You know what, man? It's all blur. You know, like those times of videography, it's all blur. But yeah, man, it's amazing to kind of see artists and people collaborate, and yeah, man,
that's what makes SF like SF too. Yeah. Everyone's like an artist over here. You know, it's like a melting pot.
Yeah, I really love that. You kind of just see like different mediums and kind of like see who they are. So, yo, shout out to Karen, Leanne. I mean, just kind of like their networking skills. You kind of see that they're just a social butterfly. Dude, there was an artist out there, bro, that was fucking going crazy. She was selling $250 for prints.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. I remember Karen was actually trying to get a print or like get like an original, what she thought was an original on the wall. And she's like, oh, no, I don't sell my originals. I sell prints, $250. That's the price tag. And Karen was like, you're fucking tripping, dude. Because, well, I mean, all the art should be priced wherever you're at.
Yeah.
But, like,
if you're
trying to make a sale. I guess that's what it was. Like, you should not make a sale. Like, maybe that came out hella wrong. But it was like, yeah.
If she were to do that, like, on her website, then yeah, you know, because like whoever is gonna buy is gonna buy it. But if you're trying to like do it at a pop up, you know what I mean, you want to get your art out there. But like $250 to get your art out there, that you're asking for much. And then they have your customer, whoever you're trying to get to buy it, they have this idea now, like, oh, this person's greedy.
When thinking about what I just said, I gotta dial it back a little bit because you know what, the artists, they put a lot of time and work.
Absolutely.
You know what, I just kind of like analyzing what I just said. And you're right, $250, great for a print, but like I don't know, it's a hard no.
How big is the print?
It was pretty big. It was like it was a landscape, and it was I don't want to. Maybe I shout her out. I'm not gonna say her name, but it was basically Boba Fett's body becoming a wave, and then Princess Leia was riding his body on a surfboard.
$250 for a fever dream.
Yeah, man. Karen was into it. She came back. She's like, I'm not buying $250 for a print. I mean, she really wanted it.
You know what it is? You know what it is, though? Most of the time when things are that, does it come with a frame?
I didn't ask that part. Like, because I know Karen was kind of... So, like, when she walked up there, the artist was not at the wall.
Gotcha.
And then there was information.
Yeah.
And then Karen, like, reached out. And then they met up. And then she got more information. And then she walked back to our spot. And she's like, I'm not buying that. I was like, that's fine, dude. Yeah. That's fine. There's so many... Yeah, man. I mean, it's all to the artist. I mean, I feel like a fool saying that, but
I recently bought like a $250 print.
Oh, really? Sorry about
that. No. But like I was asking how because it was a pretty big print. Yeah. It was of a Monet painting. It's a print of a painting, right?
Yeah.
But then they also like painted themselves like it's an Evangelion thing. Yeah. So it's like meshed with the painting, right? But then I got it with the frame. Yeah. So you're pretty much paying for like the frame mainly. You know what I mean?
Okay, damn.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man.
I know for sure that that thing I bought is definitely not worth $250. But
man. I mean, it's
and they made a pre-sale. Like it's only like limited run. So of course
that might
makes it thing. So exclusiveness. But
man.
If you're still gonna keep selling it like easily or whatever, if you think people are just gonna cough out.
Yeah, I mean the name of the game when Van and I we're driving across the bridge and we were talking about like strategies.
Yeah.
And for me, maybe I take this kind of like street, rapper kind of idea where the idea is like we got to put this material or this product in people's hands versus making it limited. Like maybe a $200 shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like people not rocking that. People are just kind of like stocking it. And so I think that. For me, like if I were to sell photos, right, put on a gallery, be like, yo, this is like $5-10. Not saying that I put a price on my art or whatever. It's just that like I'd rather have you put it up on your wall and then that conversation piece already ready. It's already has value. For me, that's the way I did it. So me and Van were trying to understand like the pricing for her art, and honestly, we kind of hit on the button because the amount of art that she sold was amazing. but those bigger pieces, like you did put time in it. You know, you did think about it.
What do you call it? The price of the like paint. You know.
Yeah, right,
so
right. And so it's like
the canvas.
Yeah. So how do you put a price on that? But then also, it does something to your heart to be like, yo, my art is in someone's living room, and you know they got it, and you know there's a story behind it. So there's different ways to price it, but yeah, Karen was really disappointed when it was $250, and she was really sad, and I was like, okay,
Because it was something that she really wanted.
She wanted it. She was juiced about it. She did her, lap around the art, the gallery, and then she was like, I want this. And then $250, bro. I was like, and then she got shot down, or she got discouraged and didn't want to buy it. So,
I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. Well, yeah, man. I think this is more of a an earlier podcast. We're trying different things. We're trying to create moods and set the atmosphere because a lot of the times when we do have guests, we kind of like
active.
Yeah, we get kind of active.
Chaotic.
We get a little active. We get
Entropies in our nature.
Yeah, entropies in our nature, dude. Whatever. But I definitely think because we're doing this every week, so then we get the time to like kind of catch up and like kind of understand like how we felt and what's important to us. So shout out to everyone that's been listening and thinking about just kind of like subscribing and watching our clips on Instagram and kind of just being there and giving us feedback.
Yeah. Hey, and those comments that we see you doing out there, we see it,
bro.
And
so
that feedback is needed.
Absolutely. So, we're gonna close this out, but we're not drinking, right? This guy has coffee in John's hand. I got liquid IV in mine, and then shout out to Sean as well.
Coffee in his.
Shout out to And cheers, bro. Cheers.
FWABOOM.
Yeah, I was ready to ramp that shit up, dude.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good calm one.
Yeah, calm. Dude, we gotta get more calm podcasts, bro. Can't just fucking yell and shit all the time.